Hi, and welcome to today's reading. Today's reading is a collective reading. I've been picking up on these energies for a couple of days. I did a reading yesterday based on some channel messages that were coming through, and I wasn't actually going to do this reading today, but I got a nudge because I asked my daughter to give me a song. And I hadn't told her about the energies that I was picking up on yesterday, which were of legal origin. And we tend to bounce off each other intuitively. So I know she picks up on the same things as me, and I asked her to give me a song, and she gave me a song from a Korean drama, which I watched back in 2020. I haven't rewatched it. So I had to go back and actually have a look at some of the details of it, although I knew basically the storyline. But the song she gave me was Still Fighting It, and it's from the Korean drama. Now, my pronunciation isn't great. Itaewon Class. And it's essentially about a battle between, well, good and evil, big and little, the higher ups in society versus the individuals, people in big business with big money. That particular series is about this rich, entitled bully who thinks he's above the law, using his power against essentially people that are marginalized. So it's this power struggle, and we're seeing at the moment anyway, because Pluto is currently in Aquarius. Now, when Pluto in Aquarius transit happens, it happens every 250 years, and it is a transit that lasts. Pluto stays in Aquarius for 20 years. So the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, it was back in the French Revolution, also the American Revolution. If you go back 250 years prior, it was during the reign of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, when there was huge changes because of one person's self-entitlement and greed to the whole religious structure of England. Go back again to previous Pluto and Aquarius transits. We look at people like William Wallace, so the movie Braveheart. But that whole running theme of Pluto and Aquarius, and if you look at the astrological wheel, Aquarius, which is the people, is opposite Leo, which is the higher ups. So the energy that I'm picking up on is some sort of battle that you are in, you being the minority against the majority. Well, not the majority, somebody that's using their authority and power over you, a bully. And it was interesting that she gave me that song, because last night I did a reading and I haven't uploaded it yet. It should go up in the next few days. Actually, it should already be up by the time you watch this. But I kept hearing the word juris, and I keep burping. And when I burp, it's information is coming out. It's like a release. Jurisprudence is what I was hearing over and over and over again. And I had to look it up. And what it means is the difference between the letter of the law and how it's interpreted. So it's the study of the understanding of the law. What I was also picking up is there's some sort of difference here between you and whoever you are in this battle with, and whether it is that they are wealthy and you are not, or they are a bully and you are not. There could be some sort of cultural difference or linguistic difference. And the reason why I say that is, the reason I'm trying to get as many readings done this week as possible is next week my husband is home, and he works at home from the office at home, which means all of his conferences and everything can be heard in our house, and so I can't film. And when he works from home, which he does every few weeks, he works in the legal sector, in contracts, and the conversations, the meetings that are had with so many people in them that are of different nationalities, where English isn't necessarily their first language, and the battles that you see play out because of misinterpretations. Now, when I think of that reading last night, jurisprudence is the letter of the law and then the interpretation of it. So when one thing is said one way, but somebody interprets it a different way, there's something in here about potentially you're in a conflict, a dispute with somebody where there's a difference in culture, a difference in social class, a difference in societal background, and so therefore a difference in the interpretation of whatever you're in dispute about. And the reason I say that is because when my daughter came out and I said to her, just give me a song, off the top of your head, just give me a song. And that was the song she gave me, not knowing why. She then started telling me about an assignment that she was doing, and she's studying international relations. An assignment that she was doing at uni for an economics subject that she's doing. And she was talking to me about how the religious, cultural, societal beliefs of a country impact how a project is delivered. The other aspect of that is we have in my family, so I'm Catholic, but my daughter is Muslim. And so we have differing beliefs about, for example, tarot. There's a difference in belief or a difference in understanding in whatever this dispute is, and maybe that's why there is a dispute. So for example, I'm Catholic, but I still do tarot. But in Islam, tarot is forbidden. So whilst she gives me a song, knowing that I'm going to potentially use it for a reading, she would never watch this reading. There's some sort of, I don't know what it is. The other message I was getting, and it was coming through last night, is that the pharaohs are falling. The people in power, the pharaohs are falling, and that is because, as I said, Pluto has gone into Aquarius for the next 20 years. But for the last few months of this year, it dipped back into Capricorn. And Capricorn is the top tier, the big financial institutions, the big business. And it's the final teardown of those structures before Pluto goes into, and Pluto is the planet of transformation, before Pluto goes into Aquarius for the next 20 years. The final tearing down of those structures, and people are going down kicking and screaming. The old order is dying. It's the last flush out. Now, the interesting thing is when I did the pre-shuffle, so I got 49, which adds up to a 13. 13 is the death card. Death card is Scorpio and Pluto. Pluto is transformation, death and rebirth. Eliminate sorrow is that angel. This is my angel oracle deck. So all of the cards that I use on my channel are my own designs because I am an intuitive tarot reader, but I'm also an illustrator. So if you are called to any of those cards, any of the decks, the links to them can be found in the description box. So that's my angel oracle deck. That was the card that came out in the pre-shuffle. 49 adds up to a 13. Eliminate sorrow. I'm just going to pop him there. Trapped. This is from my divine messages oracle deck. A message from your guides. Trapped. They know you are feeling trapped. Number 13, Pluto, transformation, death and rebirth. The Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man is number 12. It's Neptune. We can sometimes read it as an epiphany, but because we've got the trap card here, it's that feeling of being stuck. And potentially you are going to feel it, especially, as I said, while Capricorn is in Pluto for the next couple of months. And these people who don't want these changes made, whoever this entitled bully is, in whatever dispute this is, that's going to try everything in their power to win, you are going to feel stuck. That's from my Lovebirds tarot deck, which is this one here. Then I got a mystical new moon in Pisces signals an epic finale on the horizon. That's a moon oracle card. An epic finale. Maybe you don't see the success that's coming. Now, I was guided prior to starting this reading. I actually got you a new candle. And in fact, actually I can show you one. This is the old candle. So I was given a set of teacups with this design on them by my grandmother. It is the Lovebirds tarot deck is designed around this particular story, which is two people that are trapped. So it's a love story. This is not a love story I'm picking up. It's two people that are trapped. They're trapped by her father. They're forbidden to be together. Something that they want is forbidden. And so they decide to run away, and they're favored by the gods and turned into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom. Now, the interesting thing is, and that's confirmation, that's my washing machine. The interesting thing is, in that song, Still Fighting It, I am a bird. There's bird references. You are not going to be trapped for long. There's bird references. And because of that, because I was listening to that song while I was doing my pre-shuffle, I got you a new candle. And I got you a new candle because when I went to light the candle, my matchbox was empty. There were no matches left. You might feel like the light is going out in this situation. It's not. I got you a new candle, and I was also guided. So I've been using this deck for probably 8 months now. And this is the same deck, but I'm going to pull out a new deck for you today. So you are getting the energy of this new deck with a new candle, new light for this reading. When I can open up the box. Goodness me. So a new deck for you for this reading. So I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle. What I've seen as I've done the shuffle, I got the Six of Wands, I got the Strength card, and I got the Fool. The Fool is a new beginning. And that was the Hierophant. And the smell of new cards is amazing. Four of Cups, disappointment. Okay. So, on the bottom, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is Neptune in Pisces. And we got a little bird on the card too. Okay, I'm gonna actually pop this one. That's my old deck. I'm gonna pop it up there. Now, what I'm going to ask, first of all, I wanna know about you. And then I'm gonna get some information about whoever this character is in your life. And you probably already know all you need to know about this particular character, but I'm gonna see if your guides have anything else to tell you. So I'm gonna ask, what is the current energy of this situation? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. That's incredible. The Six of Cups is something from your past returning. And the Wheel of Fortune is a lucky break. An epic finale is on the horizon. Maybe some information is coming to you that has otherwise been suppressed or held back. But whatever it is, the Six of Cups is the sun in Scorpio. So when you think about the sun illuminates things, and Scorpio, number 13, is the death card. Death and rebirth. Some piece of information from the past is going to be brought to light, which is going to offer you a fortunate outcome. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter is currently in Gemini. Jupiter will be in Gemini until June next year. They're really good cards. That's the current energy of this situation. And I just heard, because I was looking at the Hangman card and the Trap, I just heard you've just got to sit tight. Okay, let's find out how you are feeling. How you are feeling. So this is what's happening. This is how you are feeling. On the outside, if somebody was to look at you, what would they see? Queen of Wands. I think you're hiding. I think you're hiding this sorrow that you're actually feeling. I think you've got a facade on. Let's see. This one here is how you are feeling inside, what you're not showing people. That's the Devil. And in this particular tarot deck, it's the Devil that is keeping them trapped, keeping this particular pair trapped. That's not saying that you are in Devil energy. What that's actually saying is this particular person, this particular Devil energy has you in a world of pain, because we've got the sorrow. But you've got an angel around you that's trying to transform that sorrow. Okay, let's get a message from Spirit about this situation. Ten of Wands. That's really heavy burdens. So the Ten of Wands is heavy burdens. But tens are the end, and they break to a new beginning. And as I said, when I was shuffling the cards, I was seeing the Fool card, which is a new beginning. We've got number 13, death and transformation, and these are read together. I just heard that song, Just Hold On, We're Going Home. Is it The Weekend? It's the end of these heavy burdens, because something... Okay, let's have a look at what's the potential. Seven of Wands on the bottom. What's the potential final outcome? Potential final outcome. So we've got the Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is Mars in Aries, and the Knight of Wands is Mars in Sagittarius. There's an opportunity here for a new beginning, for new plans to be made once this particular dispute is resolved. And it's being resolved. And on the bottom, we've got the King of Pentacles. Again, same guy. And I can think of many scenarios. It could be a bank that you're having a dispute with. It could be a workplace you're having a dispute with. It could be a partner that you're having a dispute with. It could be a family member that you're having a dispute with, but whoever you're having a dispute with, they're holding something over you financially. And you will be the victor. But there's a little bit of a pause. Potentially you can start making plans. So the Two of Wands is setting the plans up, but not necessarily taking the action. But underneath it, we've got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands takes action. I'm going to get some clarification. So let's have a look at the Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. What else can you tell me about that? The Magician. The Magician is Mercury. And as I said, information coming back from the past to you in regards to a positive outcome in this situation. I'm going to get one more on that. What else about this Magician? Yeah, it's something hidden in the past. The Hermit can also be spiritual enlightenment. Perhaps what you need to get through this particular dispute process with this person. The Magician is all, you have all the tools that you need, and maybe you have to go a little deeper. So the Hermit is getting some spiritual enlightenment. Perhaps some sort of skill set or some sort of information from your past gives you the enlightenment to set yourself free. Let's have a look at the Queen of Wands. Now, remember, this is what you're projecting to everybody. You're projecting, Queen of Wands, projecting that everything is balanced when we know underneath the surface, what I heard was your blood is boiling, but you're projecting that everything is balanced. Oh, look at that. When under the surface, your blood is boiling. Ten of Swords. You feel like in this situation you've been stabbed in the back. Somebody's taken advantage of you financially. But on the outside, nobody would know. That also picks up on that Magician energy, as in it's an illusion. What you're projecting on the outside is not what's happening on the inside. If you think of a magician, he's an illusionist. Let's have a look at this Devil. This is how you feel on the inside. 10. That's a feeling like this person has ripped everything away from you. Stolen your opportunity to have the best outcome. And it's because, I'm hearing the word tactics. It's because they've used their power. As I said, a bully. Entitled bully. They've used their power. They've either used their financial power, political, social power to gain control of this situation. And so you are feeling powerless. Six of Cups. Perhaps they've got something over you. Something that's happened in the past. So the Six of Cups, as I said, is the Sun in Scorpio. Maybe they're blackmailing you from something in the past. Was that the story? I can't remember. Was that the storyline in that K-drama? Holding something over your head and they're using it to intimidate you for their own gain. Let's have a look at this Ten of Wands now. This was the message from the divine. Nine of Pentacles. Whatever this is, it's taken a long time. This might have been going on for a long, long time. And you think the Ten of Wands, that is burden after burden after burden after burden after burden, till things get so heavy that you can't carry it anymore. Perhaps this person is hoping, King of Pentacles, this Devil energy is hoping that you'll break. That if they intimidate you and bully you enough, that you'll just give up and walk away. That's a tactic. Let's have a look. What else? Ace of Wands. Now, as I said before, my candle. I went to light my candle and I didn't have any matches left. That's what they're hoping. That looks like a match. They're hoping that you'll run out of puff. The Ace of Wands. That if they wear you down enough, you won't have enough fight left in you. That song, Still Fighting It, suggests a long time. Now, this was the potential outcome of this situation. And we've got making plans and taking action. Now, the Nine of Swords, that actually came out the other way. So it's the end of this sorrow, the end of feeling trapped. The universe is actually telling you that there is an end in sight. And we know that because in the energy of this connection with this person, we got the Wheel of Fortune. One more. The King of Wands. The King, what I got from that, the King of Wands oftentimes are, you know, you can't have all four kings that are amazing, right? So there are people, and it's this person, who are ultra showy. And he comes up quite often. I use him as a reference. If you think of the Emperor's New Clothes, strutting his stuff because he thinks he's amazing. Think about somebody on social media who's always talking about themselves and who they know, and that's the King of Wands. If you look at this card, that's them, as in this devil energy, the King of Pentacles. That's them, and that's you. Them wielding their stick, their power over you. And on the bottom, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Saturn in Taurus. The Seven of Pentacles is the seeds that you plant. So, for example, if this is some sort of contractual dispute that you're having with somebody, as I said, it could be a mortgage agreement, it could be a work agreement, it could be some sort of dispute in regards to some medical agreement, an insurance agreement that you have with somebody. It's the seeds that you planted with this person. On a financial level, that you planted with this person. And there has been some sort of battle that's been made worse by a cultural difference, a difference in, as I said, that jurisprudence word, the difference between the letter of the law and how it's interpreted. A linguistic difference, as in, maybe you're from different cultures. These are the cards for you. I am going to pull some cards for them because I think it's going to give us some more information. And of course, you know how you're feeling. So I can pull tarot cards, but you know how you're feeling. But what it does for me is it gives me some context as to where you are. What I want to get for you is some guidance from your guides. In this situation, they know that you are trapped. You've got angels beside you, helping you eliminate the sorrow and pain of this situation. Put on a happy face. Put on your game face. They're also telling you that there is a silver lining coming. You are going to have an opportunity to make new plans and move away from this energy. But I haven't quite extracted how. Aside from something from the past is coming to give you some help. So let's get some messages. What do they want to tell you? Jealousy and envy. Interesting. Perhaps something that you have that this person wants. What would they want? opportunity. Maybe you've got an opportunity that they don't want you to have, and so they're keeping you trapped. If I think about, you know, in a scenario where maybe you're trying to change financial institutions, but you're locked into a mortgage agreement with a particular bank, and you're trying to get yourself out of the contract, and they're doing everything in their power to keep you there because they know that maybe once you move to a different institution, maybe you'll take all of your products with them. Maybe you've got different insurances with that particular bank. You'll get better opportunities somewhere else. Jealousy and envy. Envious of the freedom that you'll have once you're removed. I'm just thinking in that series, a rich entitled bully who thought he was above the law. He was the heir to this massive conglomerate, and he was almost jealous of the main character who literally had nothing. Interesting. Okay, so your guides are telling you to follow your gut and rest work-life balance. Toxicity. If this is in the workplace, maybe you need to make sure that you're only connected with this toxic energy for the bare minimum. Especially in this last phase of Capricorn in Pluto, which is where I said it's the last flush out of the top-down structures. And they're holding on for dear life because they know people are making changes. And so they're trying everything in their power to stop those changes happening. Serendipity. Something's going to happen. Serendipity. That's the first card we've had out of how, aside from the 2 6 of Cups, how you're going to get out of this situation. Something serendipitous is going to happen. Serendipity is when it's not orchestrated by you. You don't have to do anything. As I said, did I say in this reading? Currently, the North Node is in Aries. I don't think I did. Currently, the North Node is in Aries. Aries is self. What you are focusing on, self. The Aries Libra axis, so the South Node is what you are releasing. Others, whoever this is, others, you're releasing it. The South Node is in Libra. Part of a collective journey that we are all on started midway through 2023 and goes all the way until January 2025, moving us into the North Node, which is self. Serendipity, something's happening here within this situation that is going to get you unstuck. Childhood wounds and patterns. Perhaps what I just got was, perhaps there's a generational or a cultural belief, something from your past. Perhaps there is a generational or a cultural belief or a family belief or a learnt belief that you have to stay in something because it's the right thing to do. And I know, I said to my husband once, if somebody wanted to get out of a contract, can they do it? And he said, any contract can be broken. There's just a price that you pay. Childhood wounds and patterns. Maybe you feel like you will be judged by walking away. Serendipity, perhaps it's a conversation with somebody. If you're keeping everything hidden on the surface, if nobody knows what's going on because you're hiding this sorrow that you've got and nobody really knows, and maybe you sit down and have a conversation with a parent or a grandparent or, somebody who you think will judge this situation and tell you that the right thing to do is to stay. serendipity. Maybe this conversation is coming where you have a conversation with somebody and you actually tell them what's going on. And their advice to you is that rest, work, life balance, toxicity. Their advice to you is that it's better to walk away. And you're surprised by that. But their expectations of you, or what you perceived as their expectations of you is actually what's keeping you trapped. A fear of disappointing somebody. And you can even think about that in a marriage. I mean, people stay in marriages or stay in relationships because they're worried about how it will be perceived by other people if they walk away. They keep up the illusion. And we had that in the 3D here. What's happening, what people can see on the outside is it looks all lovely on the outside, but really what's happening? How interesting. Okay, let's get you another moon oracle. You're being trapped by this person, but I think part of it is you're being trapped by expectations, cultural, societal expectations. And when I said before, a battle between big and little, childhood wounds and patterns, that can also be a battle between generations, expectations of generations. And if I go back to that bank example, our family's always banked with this particular institution, whereas you're in this legal battle with this institution. Don't rock the boat energy is what I'm getting. And I think sometimes that's what these entitled bullies, these big institutions, these King of Pentacles, they rely on people not rocking the boat. Let's get you a card. New moon in Aries, the Ram. Time to meditate and contemplate. Aries is where the North Node is. You've got to put yourself first. I'm going to get you a Nodes of Destiny card. South Node in Sagittarius. So the South Node is what you are releasing. Sagittarius South Nodes aren't about the drama. They're all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. Their hopeful hearts often lead them to feeling a bit exposed. The Sagittarius South Node is like a wise old sage guiding us to let go in order to soar higher spiritually. Time to bid farewell to the old and embrace the new. You don't have to be stuck. And as I said, if you need to get out of something, there is always a way to get out of a contract, to get out of a dispute, but you just have to, surrender something, but what you actually get is your freedom. Okay, let's get some cards. I want to know about this person. Four of Wands, something that you're bound to. I want to know about this. Actually, I'm going to use my old deck. Out with the old. In with the new. The new is you. This is the out with the old. Let's get some information about whoever it is that you're tied to. They're under judgment. That's resurrection energy. And actually, that's a beautiful card to come out. This particular deck, these two break free from him. That's who's holding them. They break free. They put themselves first. Aries. Where do we have that? Here. No, here. Aries. Putting yourself first. North Node in Aries. And in this deck, God sees that they put themselves first and he turns them into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom. In that song, we had the birds. I am a bird. Whoever this person is under judgment. But you're also under judgment because you've got to put yourself first. But we are talking about this person or this institution or this, whatever it is that you're having a dispute with. They're under judgment. The old order is dying. Their ability to keep you trapped is starting to break down. Ace of Pentacles. They're all about the money. I don't know why I just heard that. All about the base. No trouble. All about the base. Is that Megan Trainor? Something in that song. They're all about the money. We knew that anyway because we have the King of Pentacles here. What just came out? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Can you see in that card, the way I drew it is he's got his hands on her shoulders, meaning it's a father and a daughter, meaning she's stuck to him like glue because he's manipulating a situation. Knight of Swords. You've got two parties there fighting against each other. Fighting a truth. Let's have a look what else we can get out. Yeah, fighting a truth. Ace of Swords. Under the Judgment card. This whoever this is, they're under judgment. They're under judgment for their tactics. They're under judgment for the way they manipulate and the way they fight for financial advantage. We've got the Lovers there. That's Gemini. The person might be a Gemini. Two-faced. When you think of Gemini, it's the twins, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One way on the surface, almost, I want to say the smiling assassin. The Three of Swords. When that came out, the first thing I heard was two truths and a lie. One way on the surface, nice as pie on the surface. They're selling, when I think about a bank, they're selling a dream. You can buy this beautiful house and we'll lend you the money, but we'll lock you into a contract that's so ironclad that you can't get out of it. Two truths and a lie. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And it leaves you, Knight of Swords, in the battle of your life. But they're under judgment. Seven of Wands. Okay, so we've got a progression here. So we've got the Seven of Wands, which is, as I said, this old order dying. And they're going down, kicking and screaming. Seven of Wands, they're trying to defend their position. If you look at that card, that's the devil trying to defend their position. But the Eight of Wands is getting away, is running away. You're going to be able to escape. Maybe they think that they can escape. I mean, this is if they're under judgment in terms of a legal thing, maybe they've done something illegal and they're defending what they've done illegally. The intimidation that they've used, the bullying tactics that they've used, perhaps the blackmailing that they've used to keep you trapped. They're under judgment for it. I'm going to get another card for that. Eight of Wands. Yeah, they're going to look like a fool. The Fool is Uranus. The Fool is earthquakes. Uranus is earthquakes. They're about to have something is going to happen. And their world is going to come crashing down because of how... We got the Knight of Wands again. And we saw him under there. Because of how they treated you. And it's going to give you a new beginning. What else can you give me on this person? The Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it's them thinking, it's them thinking, that's the Sun. It's them thinking that they've got all of this piece together. It's the delusion of them thinking that they've got all this piece together. What's that saying? They've got it in the bag. Nine of Wands, but something, some sort of, yeah. Something's going to happen here. As I said, Uranus, the Fool card is Uranus, which is earthquake. Something's going to happen here, and it's going to happen fast. And they're going to realize that they don't have the upper hand. Yeah, something's going to be lit up. Okay, so now we've got the Six of Cups again, but the Six of Cups for them. Perhaps something from, now the Ace of Wands is a gift from God. The Four of Swords. Something from their past is going to come back to bite them in the butt. That's what that is here. And it's going to give you an advantage. Two of Cups. Some sort of connection that they had. The Two of Cups is a soul contract that you have with somebody in your lifetime. This is a soul contract that they've had with somebody in the past. Some sort of legal contract that they've had with somebody in the past, some sort of interaction that they've had. If you think about somebody like, for example, Jeffrey Epstein, and the interactions that he had with all of these people over the years, they are all soul contracts that he had with people in the past. So if you think about his soul contract with, say, Prince Andrew, which came back to bite, well, both of them in the butt. It's an unraveling of some other situation that allows potentially for a freedom, or for you, a soul contract that you have with somebody from your past where you are feeling trapped and bound by the expectations of other people to stay within some sort of ongoing dispute, which then gets brought up, gets brought to the surface, allowing you to release whatever this is. On the bottom, 48, reconciliation, love, and fertility. Let's get, I just want 3 angel cards for you for this situation. Health and longevity, that's what's most important here. Number 28, that's a 10. Number 38, divine rewards. There's some sort of lesson in this for you. And number 14, justice, truth, and freedom. How beautiful. There's some sort of lesson in here that you've got to learn as part of the soul contract, the karmic soul contract that you have with this person. Travel and mental illness. Maybe you actually need to go on a bit of a holiday. Number 4. What an interesting reading. I will link the reading that I did yesterday that I think links into this reading. And the 888 portal was yesterday. Now, 8 is karma. Karmic justice. 2024 is karmic justice, and it is about justice, truth, and freedom. The karmic justice that is being served in situations where people have been taken advantage of, manipulated, bullied, where people in powerful positions have taken advantage, where they have felt that they are above the law because of their perceived power over somebody else. In here, I've got Scrabble tiles, letters and numbers. I'll call them out. Could be your first, middle, last initial. It could be the initials of an institution or a person that you are dealing with, whatever this dispute is. Take it as it resonates. So we've got a U and a 1, an E and a 1, a V and a 4, a B and a 3, an R and a 1, an N and a 1, a H and a 1, an S and a 1, a P and a 3. That's a kebab. Maybe you're in a dispute with a kebab shop. A M and a 3, an X and an 8, a D and a 2, an A and a 1, a K and a 5, a Y and a 4, an I and a 1, a G and a 2, a W and a 4, an O and a 1, a J and an 8, a T and a 1, a Q and a 10, and an F and a 4. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this reading gave you some clarification, gave you some confirmation on things that you may have been picking up on intuitively. I wish you all the best in this situation. If it did resonate with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. I do post regularly. If you are interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you again in another reading.